The Baltimore Ravens traveled down to the United States of Florida and got a big time road win on Thursday night primetime football with the world watching by a score of 27-22, improving their record to 5-3, heading into an extended break off before they get back on the field in 2 weeks on Monday Night Football against the New Orleans Saints. We're going to break down how they did tonight and how in the second half the Ravens dominated and got back to playing Ravens football. It's God's favorite host and Big Raj. If you're watching right now, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that bell. It's the Flex On Podcast, the official Baltimore Ravens postgame show, only place giving you your sports how you want it when you need it. The Ravens postgame show. Happy recap coming to you live. What's going on, everybody? It's the Flex On Podcast, only place giving you sports how you want it, Raj.
When you need it.
What you need right now, that official Baltimore Ravens post-game show. Baltimore Ravens get a 27-22 win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Thursday Night Football. We predicted them to win, Raj. How you feeling, brother? You got to be happy, especially after that shaky first half. But the second half, they really played Ravens football, stopped making stupid mistakes, and really dominated this Tampa Bay Buccaneers football team, especially taking it to their defense.
Byron, I'm feeling really, really good right now, man. There was a lot of things going on today. I mean, we got a report about Lamar being very unhappy about his contract, and stuff going on that he's being late for meetings and he's late for practice, and all this other nonsense that Skip Bayless had put out earlier today. But they started off really, really slow, man. Mark Andrews didn't look like himself, and then he got hurt. Then Rashad Bateman didn't look like himself either, and he got hurt. And then the offense felt extremely flat in the first half of this game, man. And I was like, oh boy, here we go again, where it just looked like we wasn't going to, do anything. But as soon as those guys got hurt, and as soon as Lamar decided to get everybody else involved in this game, and then they got the running game involved again, I mean, everything clicked. It looked great. I mean, Robinson looked phenomenal. Duvernay looked like Duvernay. Isaiah Likely, the stud from preseason, showed up and showed out tonight. It was wonderful to see, man. It was a great thing to see, honestly. And I'm so glad that they found a rhythm and they were very comfortable with the game plan. So yeah, man, I'm very, very happy about this Ravens team right now. I'm very happy.
And you think about it, getting this win today, they only play one more time over the next 21 days. That's in 2 Mondays in New Orleans, a bye week. Then they get Carolina after the bye. 2 winnable games coming up. Obviously, you want to stack them. It's their first time winning back-to-back games. They improve to 5-3, improve and keep their game lead in the division of the AFC North. Lamar Jackson, 27 of 38, 238 yards, 2 touchdowns. Raj, what did you think of his play today? He definitely shot down any of those rumors of naysayers tonight on primetime.
He looked like LeJackson, man. He looked like, the MVP candidate that he looked in the first 3 weeks of the season. He shut everybody down. He was looking to get everybody involved too, and they finally helped him out. And the offensive line held up. I mean, before Gus got hurt, he was looking good. And then, Justice Hill was running the ball very hard as well. Kenyon Drake. They all started doing that part, man. And Lamar had a great game today. He had a phenomenal game in the second half of this game. Um, I think moving forward, though, I think they need to continue to, run the ball to set up the pass, because we see how that usually works. I don't want Lamar throwing the ball 50 times like Tom Brady did today. That's not a Not something he should be doing. But I think that they look very, very good, especially in the second half. Like I said before, Lamar had a really good game in the second half of this game. Because the first half, I'm not sure what was going on, but they figured it out, and then what they did was they ran the ball a lot, and they um, held the Buccaneers. They took the time of possession like they always do, but they made sure that their defense got tired out in the second half. So they was able to pound that ball right down their throat.
If you're just tuning in, this is the official Baltimore Ravens post-game show. Ravens get a 27-22 win. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. Hit the like button. Help us out. We're here late with you talking about this Ravens win. We're happy. We're excited. We're full of energy. Subscribe. Hit the bell for all of our Ravens videos. We do this each week. We do previews. We do post-game shows. Lamar Jackson, as I mentioned, 27-38, 232, 38 yards, 2 touchdowns. Gus Edwards, he did get hurt, but he had 11 carries for 65 yards. Kenyon Drake, 7 carries for 62 yards. Jackson, 9 for 43. Duvernay got involved late, 2 for 33 and a touchdown. Justice Hill had 4 for 28. And the running game really, really got going in the second half, especially the first half, 32 passes as to only 7 runs. But in the second half, they got back to their bread and butter, which is the running game. And you see it there, Raj, getting a little bit of everybody involved and really taking to this Buccaneers. They were worn out in the second half and couldn't stop this Ravens team.
Yeah, man. Like I was saying before, they was doing a damn thing. They was doing great, and I'm so glad that they did the pass thing early on in the first half. They wanted Lamar to get into a rhythm because he was very angry about last week's game plan. And he threw the ball 16 times. So he threw the ball 31 times before halftime. So they made an emphasis on trying to get Lamar as much passes as possible. So you saw that it really didn't translate to any points because we only got 3. But we could have had 6, but they decided to be goofy. But that's neither here nor there. Second half, they ran the ball effectively. Gus Edwards, he's always getting like 5 yards a carry. Justice Hill is like the speed back who gets in between the tackles, and Kenyon Drake is like a combination of both. So they used those 3 guys, and Duvernay, they used them like Debo Samuels again. They need to continue to keep using him like Debo. He can do everything on the field. I don't understand why they go away from him in some games. Continue to keep using Duvernay. To be honest with you, he's your number 1 guy. And I love Rashad Bateman. I have nothing against him. I think he's a pretty good player when he's healthy. But I think Duvernay is the key to this offense, to be honest with you, as far as the passing game is concerned. Isaiah likely got to get him more involved in this game, man. As you can see, he's definitely a guy to be, taken seriously. So you got to get him more targets. Hopefully Andrews is okay. Hopefully nothing's completely wrong with his shoulder. Maybe he had a shoulder strain or something. Same with Bateman. Hopefully his foot is okay after this game. But got to give Duvernay the ball. I don't give a damn what you got to do. You got to get end arounds. You got to get screen plays. If you got to just give them on goal routes, give Duvernay the ball. That's all I got to say, man, about that.
Yeah, and you saw Lamar. Got to get this guy credit too. Last week he wasn't. We talked about it, taking the check down, taking the easy throws. He was looking to press and force things. This week he didn't hold the ball long. He got rid of the ball quickly, took the easy passes. When I saw Andrews go down, no catches last week, 2 catches on the first 2 drives, I was a little worried. But likely 6 for 77, a touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, as you mentioned, 6 for 64. Andrews had 3 for 33 before he went down, but Duvernay 4 for 31. Even James Prochet sighting 3 for 24. I mean, using a little bit of everybody and showing that if they spread the ball around and Lamar takes what the defense gives him because they're playing a run, this passing game can be effective enough to keep the defense honest.
Yeah, and if you get Deshaun Jackson involved in the Saints game, I think it's going to make it even better for everybody else to get more wide open. He's going to be able to spread the field. Well, yeah, spread the field a lot more. So I think this passing game is going to be a whole lot better after tonight's performance because we saw that Lamar was struggling against the blitz, and at first early on, Tampa Bay was getting to him, man. They was trying to slow him down, but Lamar figured out what they was doing, and he adjusted to that game plan. And for once, I gotta say this, man. Greg Roman finally made some adjustments at halftime. He finally made some adjustments, man, and I thought he did a great job in the second half play calling, man. I thought the play calling was really, really good, man. So hats off to Greg Roman. Hats off of Lamar and that offensive line. He's holding off that Bucks defense, tiring them down, and frustrating Brady and them. Oh, also, I got to give special shout out to the defense, man. After the first touchdown pass, after the first touchdown drive that the Buccaneers had, it seemed like Brady and them boys couldn't really do nothing else after that, man. They had to settle for a lot of field goals, and Tom Brady was extremely upset about that. I thought he was gonna start cussing out his offensive lineman again, but it
Breaking
wasn't the
tackles and
case.
stuff.
Yeah, breaking helmets, breaking heads, and all kinds of stuff out there. But yeah, man, it was really frustrating, for him because although Mike Evans did get Humphreys one good time with that the deep ball, they kind of held it together. They held it together. They bended it a lot, but they didn't break at the end, and that's really good to see from the defense. So, and also I think they got 3 sacks too. I think Justin Houston had 2 more sacks after the 2 more sacks they had on Sunday. So what he got 6 sacks on the season
Six
right
sacks
now?
in 5 games for Houston.
6 sacks in 5 games, man. So that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I think Justin Belichick had a sack as well. So they got to Tom Brady. They put some pressure on him. We already know he can't run because he's like 45 to 95 years old out there. And yeah, man, I thought the defense played really, really well, especially after that first touchdown drive. So hats off to them as well too.
Yeah, Brady was 26 of 44 through 25 and a touchdown, but most of that was garbage time. Fournette only 9 carries for 24 yards. He had a touchdown. White had 4 for 19, so the Ravens did a good job containing that run game. As you said, Raj, Evans 6 for 123, Godwin 6 for 75, but really not much in the second half. And that was basically it, receiving wise for him. And the offensive line of the Ravens only gave up 2 sacks, and that was in the first half. And thankfully, Shaq Barrett did get hurt, which helped out a lot as well.
Yeah, man, I thought that was going to be huge for them when he went out the game because he was getting a lot of pressure on Lamar too. I think he even did the Ray Lewis dance after he sacked him that one time. But I think after he left the game, that the whole defense just was that they were demoralized and that they became like without their leader, they became a little bit more tired. So it is what it is, man. I'm very happy. Like I said before, we got the victory, we got the win. We get 10 days off to prepare for the Saints. Hopefully, these injuries that we suffer tonight are not long-term injuries. Hopefully, they can bounce back with a couple of days extra rest. I know when we saw Andrews, like I said before, he didn't look that good during the game, and he looked like he looked a little bit ginger, and like he really shouldn't have played at all today, him or Bateman. But they gave it a go. They got hurt. It is what it is. It's the NFL. I think Gus had a hamstring pull, I believe. So that how those is. They might take a week. It might take a couple weeks. Hopefully, it doesn't take long at all. Get some icy hot out there real quick. You know what I'm saying? Put it on your hamstrings. But like I said before, man, this team has showed me a lot of heart. They showed a lot of heart tonight because they could have after the first half they could have easily just been like, you know what, we don't have it tonight. We're not going to play hard the second half. Brady and them they beating us down a little bit, and they could have mailed it in. They could have been a typical like they did last year against the Dolphins when they got spanked and beat down. But they came out with a lot of heart. Lamar and them decided to get the job done and he played his ass off, man. I'm very proud of him. Hopefully like I said, hopefully they get this contract thing worked out. I hope that the Skip Bayless news that came out earlier today is nothing more but hearsay. And yeah, I know Brian. He showed me that Lamar had to sign up that he was home or whatever. That's fine. That's fine and dandy. It is what it is. But like I said before, man, I mean, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens, but it was a good victory tonight for the Ravens.
And I think,
What are your thoughts about? Hold up. What are your thoughts about that sign that he held up?
oh, yeah, he earned his money back. Through the first 3 weeks, he was getting all the guaranteed money. Last 3 weeks, he would be lucky to be in the top 5. But tonight proved why you should pay Lamar Jackson, and the grass isn't greener. He may not always put up the best stats. He may have weeks where he's erratic and doesn't throw the football well and tries to do too much. But when you need him most and your back's against the wall, and you got to think about it, he's 2-0 now against Tom Brady. He's beaten Patrick Mahomes before. He really should have beat Josh Allen, if you think about it, but the defense couldn't hold it. I mean, he's in these games, these primetime games. He usually plays well. He puts up good numbers. And tonight, I think he made a statement. A lot of national media was tearing him down, and rightfully so. He hasn't played well, but tonight, you see why. He can do it all when he's focused, when he has the ability. He didn't even have his best weapon out there, and was able to overcome the adversity, make the plays, give Greg Roman a lot of credit use some more RPOs, using more of that 2019 style of letting Lamar, if it's not there, use your legs. If it's not there, hey, we're going to throw a screen pass and help you out, get you some easy yardage. Lamar Jackson, if he does not turn the ball over, I think he can show why he should get paid. I don't think he's going to get guaranteed money. I think that's ridiculous. Cleveland's goofy, but hey, get his man the highest annual. Give him $200 million guaranteed. I mean, for what he's worth to the Ravens, how he's changed culture, changed life here, you got to think about it. John Harbaugh wouldn't have a job. Greg Roman, none of these guys would have jobs if Lamar Jackson was not here. So you got to give the man his just due. And honestly, you look at the win tonight. You go to New Orleans. You got the bye. You got Carolina. You got a very favorable schedule coming up. And you're getting some guys back. Tyus Bowser will be back. Ajabo will be back. Hopefully Gus is healthy. Bateman will get healthy. Andrews. Deshaun Jackson. I know it's warm-ups. I know it's pregame, and I was hard on the sign, and we were hard on it. He looks like he still can get up a little bit and do what we need him to do offensively. And that's take a screen pass 5 or 10 yards and make it a 20-yard game. Get some yak plays. Throw that deep pass. And the Ravens took a couple shots tonight. So, like you said, give Duvernay the ball. Let him be your number one guy. Play through him. Use Andrews and run the football. In the second half, usually the Ravens would have came out and probably still try to do what wasn't working, throw the ball. They ran the ball. They were patient, and it paid dividends for them. And give credit to the offensive line, too. They look like they're coming together. Linderbaum, Moses, Ronnie Stanley looks like Ronnie Stanley. I can't even be mad. He looks like an all-pro. And Powers is looking like a real left guard. And Zeitler, he does his job. And like I said, the Linderbaum pick doesn't look bad either. But, hey, Lamar's earning his money. He keeps up this. The Ravens are a team you don't want to see heading into December and January. They can run the ball. And the defense quietly is becoming a top 15 defense. They're creeping up there. The secondary did fantastic tonight. I think they are finding their niche and are top 5 in sacks right now too. So they can continue to get pressure. I mean, hey, anything can happen.
Yeah, man, they got 3 more tonight. So yeah, I think they're like top 5 in sacks. Yeah, I agree with you, man. I think if this defense continues to go down this path, and, with Ajabo coming back, with Tyus Bowser coming back, and we got a lot of other people like Marcus Williams coming back, a lot of other people coming back as well. This team, at the end of the day, could be a really, really tough team in the playoffs if they make the playoffs, which they really should. But I mean, we will leave it at we're 5-3 right now, but we got to continue to take it one game at a time. This is the first time the whole year I felt kind of safe in the fourth quarter where we had a double-digit lead, and I was like, you know what? I think we're going to be able to hold on to it. We're going to be able to, go through with with the results, and we don't have to worry too much. But like I said before, man, this game right here might be a turning point for the Baltimore Ravens. I'm praying it is a turning point as far as confidence and as far as Lamar's leadership on the field. Because if we would have lost this game, man, I don't know where we would. I don't know where we was going to go at from here. Because we had so much going into it where everybody was talking so much crap, about the way we beat Cleveland, how a lot of people were not happy about the result of or how the game actually looked. It was extremely ugly, and Cleveland could have really just beat us down if they really wanted to. But with tonight's victory, with tonight's win, the Baltimore Ravens actually took advantage of everything that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were going through. Okay, with all the injuries, with their offense being discombobulated, and Leonard Fournette not being the best running back that he usually is. I think it's just the cluster Franklin going on in Tampa Bay, and the Ravens took advantage of it. And I don't say that very often. I've not said that this whole year, honestly. They haven't taken advantage really of anybody. but they finally did it, and I'm finally very, very happy that the Baltimore Ravens are 5-3. I know it was a very ugly, first 6 games, but the sky's looking a lot better than that, especially with the Isaiah likely being added to this weaponry for Lamar, and him and Lamar having this connection now. It's great to see, man. It really is because we needed somebody else to take the pressure off of everybody else. And Robinson looking great, like I said before. Duvernay doing what Duvernay does. Got to continue to give him the ball. Give him the damn ball. You got to let Duvernay do what Duvernay does, man. Because if not, you see what happens. And Duvernay is the key. He is definitely the key.
Yeah, Likely did a hell of a job tonight. That was a hell of a touchdown pass from Lamar. Hell of a job by Likely keeping his feet in bounds. If you're just joining us, this is the official Baltimore Ravens postgame show. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. Let us know your thoughts on tonight's win. Is this a win for the Ravens that catapults them into stacking wins, their first back-to-back wins all season? They got time off, only one game over the next 21 days, and they head to the Big Easy in 2 weeks to play the New Orleans Saints. Raj, what are your initial thoughts on that as we head into Monday Night Football?
The Saints is another team that looks that discombobulated as well with a lot of injuries. Michael Thomas is hurt a lot. Alvin Kamara doesn't really look the same. Um, who knows who the quarterback is? Is it going to be Taysom Hill? Is it going to be Richie
Might
Cunningham?
be you.
From
It might be you out there, man.
could it be Jameis Winston? I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know who the quarterback's going to be. I'm not. I'm not sure what to expect from the Saints at this point in time. But I know one thing, man. It's going to be a Monday night game. We're going to be in New Orleans, getting a good New Orleans cooking, and it's going to be a mini bye week. I expect the Baltimore Ravens to get their full effort again, like they did tonight. Like I said before, hopefully these injuries do not carry over into next week. Maybe some of them might, maybe some of them might not. But either way, it doesn't matter to me because I seen what I needed to see from the Baltimore Ravens tonight, and that means that Lamar is going to look at somebody else besides Andrews to get the ball to. So, I mean, we keep saying we need a number one wide receiver. These wide receivers can't do this, they can't do that, they can't do the third. I beg to differ, man. They could do a whole lot of things if they get a chance to, get in the game plan. So I'm so glad that this kind of happened. I'm glad it happened this way. It kind of needed to happen so that we can see what we have and how we can use them effectively. This is how you use it. This is. I want to see this game plan more from the Baltimore Ravens. I want to see this type of game plan in the second half that we did throughout the rest of the season, man, because it makes Lamar look like a better quarterback, and it gives everybody involved, including the running game, including the wide receivers. You know what? The word I like to really use right now is the word balance. It's more of a balanced offensive attack. So I think that the Saints, I mean, they're not really a much of a better team than the Buccaneers are, and I don't give a damn really who the quarterback is. If the Ravens come in with this same type of game plan they came in today for Monday's game, well, next Monday's game, I, I, I think we're going to destroy them. I'm just going to be honest with you. I think we can beat them down. But we'll see, man. We'll see what happens, man. Um, like I said, that's a whole week and a half, and we're gonna have to figure out. Well, yeah, we have to figure out like who's hurt and who's gonna be ready to play. Hopefully, Ty Bowser and Sean Jackson is out there, and maybe just maybe David Ajabo as well.
Raj, let the people know how to keep up with us. They're in the building. They want to know what your thoughts are on the Ravens. How can they keep up with the channel, man?
Hey man, we do this every week. We do Ravens content. We do post game shows, previews. Please, if you're enjoying the content, please hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment, um, and all kinds of things, man. Because this is what we do. This is what we do. We love the Ravens. We love a lot of other things. We love wrestling. We love NBA. We talk it all. So please hit that like, hit that subscribe button, man. If you enjoyed tonight's game, let us know your thoughts for real because I want to know what the people are thinking. I know a lot of people were not feeling that first half and they was like, Jesus Christ, here we go again. I mean, but after the first half, The sky opened up for this team. The sky has opened up, and I cannot wait to see what they do. Hopefully, they continue to ride this momentum that they had against Tampa Bay into the rest of the teams that they play because it was a good sign. It really is a good sign for Lamar and for everybody else.
Like Rod said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. Ravens probably could have had over 30 points in this game. You think about it. Not going for the field goal in the first half would have made it 10-6. Then Tucker had a kick blocked when they got the ball back at the end of the half. So that's 6 points right there. And you think about that first drive, they had a muff punt inside the 5, and they settled for 3. So not the nitpick. We're happy with the win, but they got to start turning some of these red zone trips into touchdowns and got to start fast because they started a little slow. And the Buccaneers, they kicked them while they were down, but not the nitpick, but just something to keep in mind moving forward.
Most definitely, most definitely. You can't, sometimes you got to crawl before you walk, baby. Sometimes you got to crawl before you walk. They crawled a lot in that first half, but they walked and they ran in that second half. So sometimes you start off slow, but you end off hot. And you know what, man? After watching the Ravens this past year, they started off hot, and then they ended up being slow at the end. So if it has to be like that, for the rest of the way, I'll take it. I'll take it as long as they're playing their type of game and they're doing the things that they're supposed to do to win these games. But yeah, man. Like I said before, the sky's the limit with this team, man. They still got a chance to win the AFC North, especially with Jamar Chase going down for the next month, the next month. The top wide receiver with the Bengals, and anything's possible. Anything is possible for real. So yeah, I was feeling really down about this team today. I was really, really feeling really down. I don't know if I really wanted to watch this game, but I'm so glad I watched it. I'm so glad that they responded in a positive manner. They didn't quit. They continued to keep fighting, especially when it looked like Tom and them was starting to figure them out. They didn't get figured out, and they continued to keep fighting.
And Lamar Jackson, see what happens when you focus on the task at hand. You go out there and win football games, you're going to get that contract. You're going to get paid. Keep winning. You saw what Joe Flacco did when he took this team to the Super Bowl. You're betting on yourself. So you are responsible for what you earn. You are controlling your destiny. When you go out and play like this, you go out and play like one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and you do what you do best. You take what the defense gives you. You utilize your weapons, and you don't turn the ball over. This team really can go anywhere, and we know Lamar can put him on his back and carry him. And like I said again, Mike McDonald. Each week, man, he's getting better and better, in my opinion. Doing things with his defense, using Kyle Hamilton and blitzing packages, Patrick Queen, Justin Houston. He seemed to find a role for him. No Calais Campbell this week. He's been playing well. Matt BK played well. Travis Jones. I mean, the defense, man. Like I said, they might have a top 10 defense by the end of the year.
I'm praying, man. I'm praying because they started off rough, but they started to find their wings, and it's a beautiful thing to see. So hopefully, like that, like I said before, the Ravens continue to go on a path of excellence, and they continue to execute their game plan. It was a good game plan they had today, so I'm very happy about the Ravens. Um, but anyways, Byron, your boy gonna have to head up on out of here,
Yes,
man,
I know you got
because
to get out of here.
I, I was gonna go down to the casino, but the casino was full, man. I was like, God damn, I can't even get in the casino, man, to sit where I want to sit at. But it's all right. I'm at the home base, Dave and Buster's. They serve the brother real good. You know what I'm saying? So it's all love. It's all good, man. But I appreciate everybody that's tuning in to the Baltimore Ravens post game show with the Flex Zone podcast. Hopefully y'all tune in again, and like I said before, let us know what you think in that comment section, man. Do not be afraid. Let us know what you think, man, about these Baltimore Ravens. What you think they could do a lot better.
Yeah, Roger, I appreciate you, brother, man. Get home safely. Appreciate you setting up the stream. I'll go ahead and close everything out here. But yes, appreciate everybody watching. Say peace to Raj, everybody. And he'll be back. You'll see him as always here on the Flex On Podcast. Makes these streams look beautiful and is always here in the building. So he's out on location supporting our Ravens. But I'm going to give out game ball, not so game ball before I get out of here. Got to give a game ball to
Peace.
Raj. Got to give a game ball to Lamar Jackson for the way he played tonight. Got to give another game ball to Greg Roman and the offensive game plan he had as well. Want to give a game ball to also offensively Isaiah Likely, best game as a pro. He had the touchdown, over 70 yards receiving, and really looked like he could fill the void if Andrews is going to be out for an extended period of time. And when they come back, could be one of the best tight end duos in the league. Likely had 6 for 77 and a touchdown, and even had the recovery of the onside kick at the end of the game and doing the lullaby, rockabye baby, put him to sleep, Steph Curry style. So shout out to him. Demarcus Robinson, 6 for 64. He played well tonight. And defensively, Mike McDonald doing a great job with his defense slowly. His defense may end up being a top 10 defense by the end of the year, statistically, getting some guys back. And like I said earlier, Lamar Jackson is 2-0 against Tom Brady. He should have beat Josh Allen. He's beating Patrick Mahomes. This guy's going to earn his money. He's playing like this. He cuts out all the noise. He takes what the defense gives him. He doesn't hold on to the ball too long. He doesn't turn the ball over. He utilizes what he does best, and that's his athleticism and electrifying play. And this offensive line continues to get better, and they continue to protect him and continue to give him time to make plays. And Greg Roman continues to utilize some of the weapons in his offense. We saw Duvernay kind of being our version of Deebo Samuel. We saw what we could potentially have pregame in Deshaun Jackson with his ability possibly to still beat defenses deep and make some plays and can football. Gus Edwards, hopefully he's all right, but having Drake and just running the football, having his time of possession, over 40 minutes of having the football and being able to keep Tom Brady on the sideline with the tablet and not allowing him to be on the field, that's the best way to stop these offenses. Don't let them on the field. But like I said, the Ravens do have to make sure they execute better in the red zone, taking the points when they can, especially on the road, but making sure that while they're in the red zone, they get touchdowns instead of field goals. This team has a favorable schedule. I said it in my preview. If they can find a way to win tonight, they have a very winnable game next Monday in New Orleans. They have a very winnable game after the bye against the Panthers. And then from there, who knows? As Rogers mentioned, Jamar Chase is going to be out for an extended period with an injury. That's Cleveland's Cincinnati's number one receiver. He's their home run hitter. The Ravens already beat the Bengals. This team could be brevied up to make a run at the AFC North crown. Lamar Jackson, he's going to get paid. Don't worry, Ravens fans. He's going to get paid. They're going to pay this man. They're going to give him his just desserts and give him what he deserves. And he's earning it tonight on primetime games like this. He's changing the narrative. Past few weeks, he's pressing, he's doing too much. But tonight, you see why he is an elite quarterback and why we should be thankful, Ravens fans, to have him and have him as our guy, because he saved a lot of people's jobs and he's changed the way the quarterback position has been played. And I think has shown some improvement tonight with some of the throws he made in the middle of the field, deep down the field in the red zone. You see what he can be. And like I said, defensively, the pass rush, if they can get pressure on the quarterback consistently, Justin Houston with 6 sacks in 5 games, looking like he's found a fountain of youth. We saw Patrick Queen play well over the past few weeks. You got JPP, Bowser and Ajabo on their way back. Humphrey, besides that one deep ball to Evans, he played his ass off. Peters did a really good job, I think, tonight. A lot better than last week. This team has an opportunity. Matabike had a sack. I like what I'm seeing from Travis Jones. This team has the opportunity to make a run. This is their first back-to-back winning games of the season, first time winning games of the season. This is an opportunity to stack some wins, get healthy, get some guys back. This is a glass half full mentality here on the flex zone because they got some of those demons out, I think, from blowing fourth quarter leads, between the ears, mentally not being there, making mental mistakes, making minuscule or just errors that should not have been happening for this roster. And you see tonight that they can go up and beat anybody on any given night. They probably should have beat Buffalo, as I mentioned, should have beat Miami. Probably should be one of the undefeated or at worst 1 or 2 losses. But tonight, they got a little bit of help from everybody, and this team did a hell of a job. In the first half, like I said, I didn't know what the hell was going on. Andrews went down. They were throwing the ball over 30 times. They weren't really running the football. But you see in the second half, they made adjustments. They used that passing game to open up the running game. They used more RPOs. They used more read options. They did a hell of a job, I think, in my opinion, in the second half, making adjustments to really gash and make this Tampa Bay defense tired and really take advantage of some of the weaknesses they have, running the ball at them, staying patient, and converting on third downs, extending drives, running out that clock, not turning the ball over, taking what the defense gives them as well. As I mentioned, Lamar was sacked twice in the first half. Second half, no sacks. Shaq Barrett did get hurt. That did help them a lot. But the offensive line, Ronnie Stanley looks like Ronnie Stanley. Ben Powers has improved tremendously. Tyler Linderbaum looks like a really good pick at center. Zeidler, he does his job every week. And Moses, he's there every week as well doing his job. His offensive line is going to be key, and I think they did a hell of a job tonight. Those are my game ball. Just got to shout out what the Ravens did tonight. Getting a 27-22 win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. As I did predict in my preview, I did have the Ravens winning 24-20, but they did a hell of a job. And as I mentioned, they did leave some points on the board. Probably could have scored over 30 points and maybe won this game by 10 points, 13 points. But guys, a happy recap as the Ravens win 27-22. Steph, let me answer your questions before we get out of here. But make sure you guys get your super chats in. Support, donate to the channel. Let us know your questions, your comments for tonight. I like the zone. I like the zone defense, Seth. But you see over the past 2-3 weeks, as I said, Mike McDonald's doing a hell of a job improving. He's blitzing more. He's bringing more pressure. He's telling guys, see ball, get ball. He's not having guys just sit back there and let plays come in front of them. They're coming up and making tackles. And I think after the Giants came, they saw what Wink was going. They said, we need to get back to that. We need to be one of the better blitzing teams in the NFL. And we see that over the past few weeks. We see them getting sacks. They're one of the top 4 or 5 teams in the league in sacks. Who would have thought that with this offense, with this defense? Getting a Jabo back soon, getting Tyus Dowd back soon. Calais Campbell would be there. I think this team will continue to bring more pressure in the secondary. I think we'll continue to do well. Shout out to Chuck Clark, Geno Stone, doing big things as well. But yes, Seth, if you haven't already, hit the like button. Everybody in the chat, hit the like button, hit the bell, the subscribe button. Let us know your thoughts on the Ravens when they get a 27-22 win. This is the Flex Home Podcast. We're here every week. Ravens previews, Ravens post-game shows, all the content and so much more. Flagship podcast on Mondays. We will be live streaming and watching the game along with you guys for week 9 in 2 weeks on Monday Night Football against the New Orleans Saints. So hit the bell for all the notifications. No one will allow for that. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts on the Ravens' big-time win, 27-22 over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It is now Friday. Wow, we're now Friday. Happy Friday. What a way to start your weekend. October 28th. We're heading into November. Ravens don't play again until November. So you don't have to really worry about any football this weekend if you don't have a rooting interest. Great win. The Ravens will have some time off. They'll be able to get healthy, hopefully. We saw Andrews go down. We saw Evans go down. We saw Bateman now return as well. So hopefully these guys can come back and be healthy as well. But the Ravens get some time off and have an extended bye before they get ready to play on Monday night. And then the bye week before they get ready for Carolina afterwards as well. You got to love the potential of this team. You got to love the opportunity that's in front of them with some winnable games and a favorable schedule. And Lamar Jackson, like I said, he's going to get his contract. If he keeps doing what he's doing, this team keeps playing like they're playing, they're going to be a tough out and nobody wants to see them if they make it to the dance. Because all it takes is making it to the dance and catching that fire, being healthy and playing well. You've seen what this team is capable of doing. And like I said, they've gotten rid of some of the mental mistakes, some of the mental errors from before that we've seen in previous games. Now I think their best football is ahead of them. They're starting to stack wins, play games, get confidence, know they can win in the fourth quarter when it gets nipped and tucked, when it gets tight, and that this team has the talent to play with anybody. But I'm going to get out of here. It's after 12 o'clock. I'm going to put the kids in bed. I'm going to get to the rest myself. I hope you have a great time, whatever you're doing. If you're out and about, be safe getting home. Let us know your thoughts again on the Ravens' 27-22 victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They beat Brady. And like I said, Lamar Jackson is 2-0 in his career against Tom Brady. Blew him out when he was here in 2019 and put the boost to asses again tonight. It's a 27-22 victory. Ravens held them in check. Offense did what they needed to do in the second half. And a happy recap yet again. Ravens get the victory. Again, hit that subscribe button if you're new. Hit that like button. Hit that bell. Only place giving you your sports how you want to win. We appreciate everybody who watched, comment, and paid any attention to this video because you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. And we appreciate it here on the Flex Home Podcast. It's the only place giving you sports how you want to win. You need all the content, all the videos is linked down below. Check out the channel. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you want to see from us. Ravens win 27-22. I'm getting ready to get out of here, y'all. Have a great night. Peace. Ravens, back-to-back wins for the first time this season. Heading into New Orleans on Monday night with some momentum. We're going to play their best football as we head into November and beyond. I'm out of here, y'all. Hope y'all have a great night. Stay tuned to the channel. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell. Have a great night. Peace.